To you. This is Briak and I Data Games. I am playing more Final Fantasy XI today. We're going to be killing lizards in the dunes. I got a party. Played yesterday after stream and was able to get up to 14. And this group is going to be level syncing to me at 14. So pretty excited about this actually, because I wasn't sure that I'd be able to get a full group in the dunes this afternoon. But since I can and since I have, we're going to go ahead and play for the next few hours, and hopefully we can get up to level 15, 16, maybe 17. Just depends on the group. I really don't know how well we'll do. But we're going to give it a shot. So ooh, the Dunes doesn't have a lot of music either, so I might actually turn on some music for us. But let me get to the camp before I do that. What better thing to do than play some Final Fantasy music while playing Final Fantasy? So I may turn on like the Black Mages or something. I have to be careful because I don't want to aggro on the way. These goblins will literally two-shot me, so we're going to try to avoid them. I can't see them as you go up over the hill, so that's a problem. I'm very, very close to de-leveling too. I had just leveled last night, so I'm at 84 experience. So if I was to die, I would de-level, and that would be bad. So let's try to not to do that. It's really cool that there's so many people on a Saturday afternoon to play too. I mean, the server is packed. I only got 2 levels yesterday. I got 1 soloing, which took forever, and then I got 1 in the party after stream that went pretty quickly. Like, the group experience is so much better than the solo experience, but getting a party can be a challenge sometimes. Alright, I don't see any goblins immediately in front of me. Oh, there's one. There's a butcher. We're going to try to avoid that. And there's one over there. We're going to avoid that one too. It's all about avoiding the goblins. Nothing else here aggroes. I mean, there's some undead stuff at night that aggroes, but nothing else in the dunes is a real threat except those goblins. They are a threat. They are a major threat. Here we go. Alright, I got all the way to the outpost without aggroing. There are a lot of people just standing around here. I don't know what they're doing. Is there? Oh, I wonder if there's a Dynamis here. I don't know if they kept that included. Since this server is a level 75 cap server, there's some stuff they just took away. And I don't know if the Dynamis Falcrum is included in that or not. That would make more sense than why they're just standing around. All right, I think we're goblin free for the rest of this. There might be one up here. Yeah, there's one on the left and one on the right. There's a couple on the right. There's a couple on the left. All right, we got to be a little careful about this. Let's go all the way around. Shit. Okay, found the goblin hangout. It's a lot of goblins. So I hit 14 and I don't have any new spells that I've bought because I haven't been back to Sandoria. But there's a good number of new spells that I need to start picking up. And good news is some of my stuff sold, so I actually have a little bit of gil where I'd be able to pay for it. I need to get Curaga, which is a level 16 spell, and some of the bar spells. That's interesting. That crab was only 14. Or tough, rather. Yeah, that's it. The ghoul. Those undead are vicious. But you gotta kill them. You gotta kill some. Alright, my group's already over here. We'll move down here. We'll have to be more careful because of ghouls, but I think we can still kill things down in this area. Alright, let's level sync. Hey, Faris. Thank you. Last night went really well, actually. I soloed one level for like an hour and a half by myself, just killing goblins in West Ronfar, and then I got a group with Link Shell, and we killed lizards a bit. It was pretty good. I'm going to put on a little music because it is quiet in the dunes, so let's see what I've got. Oh, we don't need that showing up, do we? Really? Okay. Thank you, iTunes. Hold on. I can't even use iTunes without logging in anymore. That's awesome. All right, we'll just use Spotify, I guess, and hope it doesn't have ads every 5 minutes. I wish it was mine. I just stole it off Google. I have a couple actually because I was doing like a horror night Friday where I'd play horror games. Oh, my group's gonna die. So I've got like skeletons for one. I've got another background. Oh. And I'm not even showing the game now. Let's do that. My wife's actually a designer, and I was trying to get her to make me some designs and like emotes and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, this is how much I charge. I'm like, oh, I'm your fucking husband. So I might actually just have to pay somebody to do it. But, you know, she'll probably end up doing it. I'm trying to get affiliate. So last night I had a bunch of viewers, actually. I was shocked that, like, people were watching Final Fantasy 11. Oh, please. You don't worry about it. I appreciate it, but like, I really want to do it on my own. I haven't even been streaming for 90 days, so at this point, it's like I appreciate the support, but I'd like to get people who are going to come in and like watch consistently and not just. Thanks, Faros. I appreciate that. You know, I was watching you, and you don't know this or remember this, but when you first started, I was watching you. Um, my name was Pones Noobs back then. You had like, I think 20 viewers when I started watching you. But I was psyched because you were playing 14, and I love 14. I've played since 1.0. Hey, Game Lounge. How's it going, man? All right, let's see who else I can kill here by not healing them. But I changed my name when I started streaming, so it's only been about 2.5, 3 months, and I've had this screen name. I just felt it was a little bit more fitting because when I played Final Fantasy 11, my name was actually Briok. That name came out of a random generator from Final Fantasy, and I used it for every other game I played. You know, WoW, ESO, any other MMO. That's the name I've always used. All right, Angelus is gonna die here. Are these hill lizards harder than the other side? Game Lunch, how are you today? What are you up to? Oh, did you? After we were talking about that, I think I'm gonna get that for sure. I think it'll be fun to play. Did you get it on Xbox or PlayStation? Or PC? Oh, they gave you a skin pack. That's cool. What came in the skin? I already killed somebody in my group, so we have to find a raise. An Elvis skin? That'd be kind of cool. It kind of fits the theme of the game too, doesn't it? I was just watching Men in Black the other night. This has nothing to do with Destroy All Humans except for the alien bit. But I forgot how good that movie was. Like, I don't know if you ever watched it. Men in Black with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. That movie is amazing. It's so funny. And the jokes hold up, too. The third one was all right, too. I mean, but I think Will Smith as a person and an actor has gotten less funny over the years. I don't know if it's because he's trying to take more serious roles or if because I don't know, if he just doesn't want to do them as much. I have no idea. See you later, game. Thanks for checking in. I'll catch up with you later. Oh, we already had a death. It was off to a rough start. I blame myself. Wasn't really paying attention to healing, but we pulled from the wrong side, so the lizard was too tough. Where'd my black mage go? There we go. That's the group. I am psyched about leveling white mage just to make it a sub. So like getting to 37 as a white mage, I feel like it's one of the harder classes to play. I don't know. People are going to disagree with me about that based on what they play. But you have to buy the scroll. So starting fresh, I had to find a way to make money to buy the magics. Versus like a warrior where you just come in and you've got an axe and you just kill stuff. And then you can't hit anything. Like you can't solo very well. So you have to get groups. And then when I get to have it as a sub, like Beastmaster or Dragoon or whatever I end up playing, it's going to be the perfect sub for that. It's going to be fine. Like I'll be A-okay, but it's just getting to that point. All right, here we go. Let's re-level sync. I don't know if we should level sync at 14 just in case we get a harder lizard or just go to 13 for the better experience. We'll do 14. It's safer that way. All right, let's see what we get. go. All right, is he pulling from the bottom again? That one's IT. Makes me nervous if they're pulling these high-level lizards. Because they have that headbutt attack that, like, takes all of the health away. And I have Cure too, but I'm trying not to use it because it's such a mana suck. And threat. I just pulled enmity. Hate, whatever you want to call it. There it is. That's the one. He's going to die again. Oh, he's making me so nervous. That headbutt move, I hate it. I was playing last night and somebody got hit for like 130. That's like their whole health bar. It was a Taru tank too. I felt so bad. Alright. If he survives, he's probably poisoned still. Hey Zildan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm glad so many people like FFXI. I think it's fantastic that so many people came back to play this. I played this a lot back. This was my first MMO. I played this a lot when I was younger. And it's one of the only games I can legitimately go back to and be happy playing all the time. It's, you know, the content's kind of worn out. Like, there's no new content. Even in the retail, there's not that much new content. Like, they put out content patches, but it's mostly, like, job fixes and things like that. But the game itself is so much fun. It's the group of people playing it. The community that plays this game is the best community of any game I've ever played. Without a doubt, this has the best community. You have people who are willing to help each other. They have to. You have to help each other because you have to play as a party. But it's amazing how helpful people are. You know, all these new people starting out right now. Like, look at this group. Look at this group. And I'm sure everybody watching is familiar with them. 3 of us don't even have sub jobs. We don't even have sub jobs, and people are, you know, playing with us and having a good time. I think this is awesome. I was walking through Sandoria the other day, which is one of the starting cities. Somebody shouted, "Hey, where do I turn in the adventurer coupon?" Which is the first like quest you get to turn in for 50 gil. Somebody's like, "I will pay you 10,000 gil for that." They just gave this newbie 10,000 gil to start the game. Like, that's fucking awesome. That is such a good community. Nobody's doing that in you know, WoW at the moment. You have to make it on your own. All right, Shineko pulled. Let's heal him. placement was so important in this game too with the mobs, because you know this guy has AoE that he does, so if you're standing in front of him you can get hit. And then thieves get abilities to hit from behind, which is super important. But new people starting out, they don't know that. You just die. You get poisoned, you get fire, you get killed. And then you lose experience. It's punishing. There's that brain crush move. It's cure to him. Fireball, that's gonna hit everybody. That one died quicker, so that's good. Alright, I got distracted from starting music. But I think the fight music's pretty cool. Like, everybody likes that, right? A lot of people get a power level in this game. You have somebody who's a little higher level and comes over to heal you, and they take the threat, so you don't have to worry about damage. But this traditional way of doing it is great. I love the challenge from this. All right, we've got a pull coming in. And Clear, whether he's doing it on purpose or not, he's got the right positioning down. He's pulling the mob away from the puller, away from the group. He's facing it away from the group. He's doing a great job. I wish I hadn't let him die. That was kind of a shame. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. They even did a weapon skill chain. There was a magic burst, 70 damage. The melee can do attacks in a certain order, and it causes what they call a burst. And then the mages can do an attack on top of that for damage. And they did it, but it does like massive damage. So we got 122 experience points from that. So the very first one we did was IT, and we got 200. So it's a little bit downgraded. Like the experience isn't as good, but it's a little bit faster and safer to pull the easier mobs. When I was playing back in the day when the game was, first released, it was my first MMO, I was playing a red mage. I'm not doing that this time on purpose. I want a totally different experience from that game. So I'm going to go a melee class. I'm going to go a Beastmaster or a Dragoon. Dragoon White Mage is awesome because the Wyvern heals as you attack, which is fun. But the Beastmaster can solo pretty much anything. outside of Notorious Monsters, so I think it'll be a fun experience. I'm really hoping this guild can like take off and we can all cap out and do Dynamis. This Link Shell. I shouldn't call it a guild. I hope this Link Shell can do Dynamis. That would be really cool. Man, how did Jaeger get hit? That AoE is rough. That AoE fire is rough. Jaeger got hit. Everybody got hit by that. And I don't have an AoE cure spell yet. Get that in a few levels. I'm actually kind of jealous of these guys. Like, look how awesome they are. Like, I'm wearing the starter gear, and this guy's got, like, you know, a footman's tunic. He's got all of this gear. This is an Easter event thing, I think. It just looks so much cooler, too. Hey, Pager. How was your night last night? Get some good rest, sleep in until like 11 a.m. Have you considered installing this and playing with me? I think you should. I think you'd have a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy XI. Oh, that's rough. Could you just not sleep, or was it, you know, were you doing stuff? I've had nights like that where I just can't. I can't get to sleep. I'll just sit there in bed, surf my phone or something. At a certain point, you just feel like you have to get up, right? I fell right to bed last night, but I stayed up playing this past stream. I streamed until about 10:30, and then I got another group for experience, and I stayed online until like 2 in the morning. So it was getting late. I was exhausted. I'm not a night person. I don't like staying up too late. I'd rather get up early. I get up at 6 every day and run. And I just getting up at 6 after like staying up until 2 in the morning was tough. Since I started playing Final Fantasy again, I have slept less this week than in the last 3 or 4 months. Like of, just my sleep hasn't been good. I've been playing too much of this. I started on, it was I think Tuesday night. I think I only got like 5 hours of sleep Tuesday night. And I got up early because I always do. I ran. I had a couple of work calls, and then I immediately started playing Final Fantasy again at lunch. I'm hooked on it. It's not good for me. I really should. I need to watch my hours. I need to be careful about that. Just permanently exhausted pigeon. So you and Wood Pigeon get along. That's tough. It's no fun to be tired. That's not a good feeling. You just feel like you're dragging. I used to drink a lot of soda and tea and just, I mean, I would drink them all day. Um, and I had these heart palpitations. My chest felt like it was going to explode. I thought I was having like a heart attack. This is back in February, and I went into the hospital, and it was just a bad reaction to Sudafed. Apparently, Sudafed can make you have heart palpitations. Um, but I stopped drinking all alcohol and soda and coffee and tea and all that stuff. And since March, I'm down 27 pounds now. So like when you cut out the sugar from soda and you cut out like caffeine, you're like, my sleep schedule's better, um, my weight's better, everything is better. It's just crazy how like, and I felt addicted to it, like I felt like I needed to have like a soda or I needed to have that sugar. So I wouldn't try 5 Hour Energy ever. I would not do that. I'm good with what I have, which is water at this point. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I messed up my macros. How do I change that back? There we go. Okay. I cut out all sugar too, like no candy, no like, if it's like, I've had a couple of cookies here and there, but for the most part, it's out of my system. I'm trying to get down to my college weight though. So I've got another 5 pounds to lose to get down to college weight. Okay. I don't know anything about stevia or Splenda, so. And I'm taking daily vitamins. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm not saying everybody should do that, but for The hell is that? Oh no, Killier died again. That headbutt is terrible. How much did that hit him for? Oh man, I forgot. Like, having a party is great, and I love it. Finding replacements is tough. I found a replacement. Angelus has to leave. I killed my group. Is it intense? Like, do they put in a bunch of caffeine and stuff? Yeah, that dude's pulling all the lizards. I'm psyched about this replacement, though, because it's a Corsair, and they can give you an experience bonus. Which I am all about the experience bonus. Although the Dragoon's right here, that might have been a good choice, too. I don't know how level sync works when you invite somebody new. Like, can you unsync? So the other night I was, well, I was playing Final Fantasy XI. That might be a shock after talking about how great it is. But I pulled open the Black Mages on Spotify, which is Nobuo Uematsu's like heavy metal band who does Final Fantasy music. And they did like an opera rendition of. I'll turn that down so it's not so fucking loud. Of Maria and Draco with like rock. It's pretty good. I don't know if my level sync's leaving. All right, hold on. I've got to relog into Final Fantasy because my level sync didn't come off. Oh, that's so loud. I'm sorry about that. Forgot the menu was so loud. It's funny because my in-game music's not on and all right, let's try this again. Looks like the whole group had the same issue. The level sync's messed up. Like if somebody dies or somebody leaves, you have to like redo the whole thing, and then sometimes it doesn't drop off. Hey, welcome back. Pedro, you know what I was thinking about is Jolt Soda. Have you ever had a Jolt Soda? It's like double the caffeine. They were pretty good too. It's good stuff though. Yeah, I think they're illegal in a couple states. I mean, that was the rumor back in like the late 90s. I don't know if it's actually illegal anywhere, especially with energy drinks and what they do. I've never had a Red Bull. I know people live by them and die by them, but I just never have had one. And given the new diet, I probably won't be having one. I'm not a big drinker either, but like taking out alcohol hasn't been super hard because of the pandemic. You know, usually you drink with people, and I haven't been doing that. I like that you do it once a month, too. It's scheduled. I have a buddy who's like, yeah, I just drink every night because I don't have anything else going on. I'm like, couldn't you, like, I don't know, do anything? Read a book? Play a video game? I mean, it's fine if that's your hobby, but it's not really good for you. Chaos roll. Where's the bonus experience? Shiniko didn't get the sync. I don't know what's going on with this thing. We're gonna have to fix this. Speaking of Sen, Pager, I raided Sen last night, which is the first time I've been able to do that. It was pretty cool. We had, I don't know, 6 or 7 people watching, and I got to raid him, which is, you know, a fun change since he's raided me so much. That was really cool. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to be able to do that. I mean, a lot of the reason I have as many followers as I have is because of him, so that was really nice. I don't know how everybody took it though. It's like going from Final Fantasy MMO to Elder Scrolls MMO. They're very two different games, right? But I don't know. I still watched for a little while. Yeah, well, I don't really stream ESO is the thing. Like, I did that one week because Greymore came out and I was having fun with it. Um, but I don't know. It's not that fun of a game. Like, I love the game, but just to have on stream all the time, I'm not into it. I feel like it's a bunch of dungeon grinding, which is how I've been playing. Like, I'll log in once a day and do my dungeon, and that's it. That's all I do. Oh, you're moving. Where are you moving to? Just down the road, or are you moving somewhere else? Like across country? I don't need to actually know where you live. It sounded really creepy when I said it that way. That was the Black Mage's version of the opera Maria and Draco, which I thought was really good. I thought that was really good. I love the Black Mages, and I like the renditions they do of Final Fantasy music. It's fine to take a game break, though. Like, I don't know. I've said this about WoW. Like, I played WoW. I don't play it anymore. I'll probably go play it again. I bought the expansion that's going to come out. ESO is... I'm enjoying ESO. I'm still playing it, but it's going to take a backseat to this or anything else I want to play. So I'll log in, do my one dungeon daily, and log out. But it's free to play, so it's not like it hurts anything for me to have to do that. Oh, nice. You found a bigger apartment. I was reading that because of the pandemic, that a lot of groups that own the apartment complexes, DNRE, thanks for the follow. I hope I said that right. Thank you for the follow. I heard a lot of apartment complexes are lowering rates like pretty significantly, or they're going to have to because fewer people are looking for apartments right now. So if you are in an apartment right now, you might be able to get a lower rate just by staying, so they don't have to find somebody because nobody's moving right now. And if you decide to move, you might get a sweet move-in deal with a new apartment or a new place. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you saw that. I'm glad it worked too. I play on 4K, and I actually had the same issue when I played retail last year, so I knew how to fix it right off the bat. But there's a few other games where that happens, so if you ever run into that with anything else, like on Steam or any other game, that same fix to do the DPI scale will probably fix your issue. It actually works for everything. Except for Batman Arkham Asylum, for some reason, I can't get that game to work. Oh, Pager, that's... that means you're not happy with where you are. I'm sorry to hear that. I've had a few apartments in places like that. I used to live in Philadelphia, downtown Philadelphia. They call it Center City. But I used to live in Center City, Philadelphia. And we had this townhome, and it had a mouse infestation. And the landlord sent out numerous exterminators. But in Philadelphia, there's just a mouse problem. And they were doing a bunch of construction, and the mice would move from house to house to house. And we had, at one point, like a Looney Tunes situation. I literally put out like 100 mouse traps all across the floor of the kitchen. And I went up to bed. And as soon as my head hit the pillow, I heard snap, 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 all the way across the room. And I go downstairs. I killed 4 mice in like 5 seconds. They just like scattered across the floor. And I hated that place. And I have no fear of animals. I grew up in the South. We had, poisonous snakes, and, my family's from Louisiana. We had alligators, all of that stuff. No big deal. I cannot stand mice anymore. I hate them. That whole experience, I have like PTSD. I was sitting at my desk once playing a game, and I feel like fur rub against my leg. So a mouse had come in and like rubbed against me as it was running past. Scared the shit out of me. So now I will never live in a major city like that again. I will always live in like the suburbs. I do not need to be that close to the city. But we moved out to the suburbs after that place, and just being able to sit on the floor with like carpet and not worry about mice being around you. I mean, it was just such a crazy experience. It was so terrible. But that was my terror rental property. Like, I hated that place so much. I could not stand it. And it's loud. Our neighbors were crap. Like, the neighbors, we had a house next to us. There must have been 300 people living there. I don't think I saw the same person a single time go in and out of that place. Not a single time. I mean, they were nice. Everybody I talked to was nice, but just... And then I had another place. Let's see. It was in Tennessee, actually. But our neighbors upstairs would smoke, and they would throw their cigarette butts down off of their patio onto my patio. Like, they'd shoot them down, and it would land on my patio. So we just had this, like, pile of cigarette butts right underneath them that was forming on my patio. That was agitating. I am a homeowner now, and I am so happy I'm a homeowner. Having people like right above you or below you or next to you, it's tough. It's tough to live that close to people. Yeah, that was the other thing about that place. Like the people above us, you know, they were they'd have an interesting Friday or Saturday night, if you know what I'm talking about, and we got to listen. We got to listen to that. They did not quiet down because of the paper walls. But it's tough buying a house too, because everything's so expensive right now. I mean, the pandemic hasn't brought the price of homes down at all. I think Levant's gonna die again here. He's not having a good time getting here. Soul brother, Midas, thank you for that. Thank you for the follow. I'm like the whitest person. Soul brother, soul brother. Thank you for the follow, though. I appreciate that. I don't even know if you're black, but that name was... I said it like I would imagine it said as a black person. I don't know. Thank you for the follow, though. You know what I liked? What movie I liked? It was... Oh, I don't even remember the name of it. Hold on. Let me try to find it. I'm going to pause my monitor here. Undercover Brother? Wasn't that it? I think that's the name of it. Yeah, Undercover Brother. I love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. They had that like one token white guy working in the office there. That was such a fucking good movie. It was like the opposite of Austin Powers. With the same kind of references. It was great. All right, Levant, man. We need Levant here. Levant? Levant? Yeah, he's almost here. He's on his way. If he gets here, it's going to be a good group, because we've got a bunch of people who can heal. We've got a Black Mage to nuke. We've got a Corsair for experience bonus. This is going to be good. I'm no joke. Here, I'm gonna turn some music back on. Why am I just talking? Nobody wants to hear me. Here, let's turn this up. Austin Powers, I went back and watched. I was at a work conference like 4 or 5 years ago, and I mentioned like an Austin Power reference, and I was like, I want to watch that movie. So I downloaded it on my work internet through my phone. Like I bought it on Amazon. It was like $5. Bought it on my phone. It took like 3 hours to download at work, and I didn't have a chance to charge my phone. So I got on the plane and I couldn't even watch the damn movie. But but I did end up watching it because I bought it and I paid for it. The references don't hold up very well. Like the movie's good, it's still funny, but it's just not as good as it was back when it came out. So it's a real bummer. But especially like I watched all three. I didn't. Goldmember is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like the jokes at the time were hilarious, but like fat bastard and stuff like that. It's like that's a little crude. I'm not okay with that anymore. You know, and you can only make so many dick jokes like Johnson. Just all that stuff was great, but like they did it in every movie, so it wasn't actually that funny. It was just, All right, let's Protectra. All right, Lawful, where's my experience buff? By the way, Lawful isn't watching the stream, so I'm just throwing it out. Yeah, well, I actually heard they might be writing a new one too. I heard a rumor. I read a rumor that they might be doing a new Austin Powers movie. How cool would that be? Like, this is the year. We need an Austin Powers movie. If there was ever a year to remake a comedy that people need to watch, this is that year. Mike Myers is like, how old is he now? He's got to be in his like late 50s at this point, right? He's an older dude at least. I haven't played with a Corsair in a group in a while, but that experience buff would be nice. Oh, White Mage just showed up. Is he going to power level us? Oh, I hope he does. Nah, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to. Just showed up. That's all right. Oh, he is! Oh, man, that's so nice. This is what I'm talking about. This game has the best community. I don't know who this person is. He just showed up. That is so nice. I'm going to send him a thank you. Hey, Zephiel, how are you doing? I told Zephiel to come watch me play Final Fantasy and then to play it with me, and he said no. He said, I don't want to play your stupid game. And I hate you. And that wasn't nice. It wasn't nice of you to say that. It hurt my feelings. If I'm being honest. I know Zephiel in real life, and he sends me mean messages on Facebook every day. It's kind of a rude thing to do. No, seriously, how's your weekend going? Getting to relax? You didn't say that. You did say you didn't want to play 11. It's just fine. It's fine. Not everybody... This is not a game for everybody. This is a game for me. And these 4 or 5 people here. Have you been playing Path of Exile in the new season? What, last season, didn't you get to like 90? I know I don't play a lot of oh shit. I know I don't play a lot of Path of Exile. Oh, did you? If you resub as I quit my sub, I'm gonna actually be aggravated. I'm gonna have to go resub just to play with you. You know, I got my crafting up too. I could make you all the like top level gear, the 280 or 380 gear, whatever level it was. I'm not getting experience. Did we get experience in the last one? FFXI. I played Final Fantasy 11 until like 2004. I did pick up WoW and I played it, but I wasn't playing it at like beta. I played 11 for the first 2 or 3 years it was out, and then I switched over to WoW. And I did play Vanilla WoW. But if I had to pick, I would have picked 11 any day of the week. I think the one thing that WoW had going for it was that it was like graphically, it was a big improvement, right? Like the UI was better, the actions and abilities were better. It was just, and more people were playing it. Like 11 was my first MMO, so like they don't have an action bar. They've got this macro set at the top. So you have to make your own macros and, assign the abilities. But I went back and played 11 multiple times over the years. And I would do it again. I would play, like, here I am playing 11 right now. I'm not subbed to WoW. I'm subbed to Final Fantasy 14 and I'm playing 11 on a private server, so. Yeah, I think I've said that a couple times in the last 2 streams. Like 11 has the best community of players of any game I've ever played. 14 is pretty close, but you get a lot of people who came over from WoW, so it's not quite the same. You get a lot of elitists in that game. I still think it's a pretty good community, but it's definitely not the same. This is the first time though, like this, just like 14, you had one character and you had multiple classes, just like 14. So you didn't have to like make a new character every time you wanted to change jobs. It felt like you were actually progressing with your character. I feel like that's where WoW missed the mark, if I'm being honest. If WoW had one character you made and you got to level all of the classes, I think it would be a better experience as a whole. This white mage is making my job completely useless, and I love it. I want to be as good as that white mage and come help people level up. That's fun. That's cool. That's nice. So, north side, this is Nasomi. There are no experience bonuses. This is like a private server. It's set to level 75 cap. It plays like 2005. So it's from the original game through parts of Ot Urgan. Like you can be a blue mage or you can be a puppet master, but they don't have... hold on, let me turn down the commercials here. It doesn't have Dancer or Scholar, which came in Wings of the Goddess. And it's got some of the stuff, like the UI is there for it. So it has Unity, which was added later. And it has, like, the Trust button is here. But it does not have... Thank you for the follow, Northside. I appreciate that. But it's a 75 cap server, so it plays like you're playing in 2005. And there's certain elements that aren't in the game. So gardening, not in the game. You can't garden. You can do all of the crafting and professions the same way they existed. You can have 3 characters total. So you can play, and there's rules about that. You have a main character that you can play. You can have an alt, and then you can have a mule. So, and each of those characters can have a level 100 crafter. Yeah, and the level sync. Oh man, Zeph, that's true. So we're all level synced right now. You can level sync 10 levels down. So if you want to play with people who are 14, like we are now, and you're like 17, we all have the same level, and it makes the experience a little bit higher. The other thing, though, is the experience is a little bit reduced. Like in retail, you level super fast. You can go from 1 to 99 in Final Fantasy XI right now in like a day, maybe a day and a half. But in the version we're playing now, it's just playing like 2005. So the experience is going to take, I don't know, it's probably going to take me a month to hit 75, maybe a little longer. But there's about 900 people playing on this server right now. I'm playing on a 4K monitor. So the resolution is all wrapped up with this module called Ashita. So you can add a few add-ons. There's add-ons for FPS. Actually, let me... So I can actually... I'm glad I just was talking about this, because now I can change my FPS to be up to 60. Which for some reason it's not. I'll have to fix that. But retail is not the same game at all. Retail's good, though. I mean, I played retail last year, and I got all of the classes up to 99. I had a blast doing it. It was fun, but it's definitely not the same game. So if you're going in expecting to like level really quickly, and this is not that. Think of this as the WoW Classic of Final Fantasy. Like you're going back and you're playing like old school. Oh, we got a chain. That's weird. I don't know why I'm not getting 60 FPS. Okay, guess my add-on's messed up. Yeah, I don't know what they're... I mean, this is only one... There's multiple private servers out there, so you can find more. The thing is, and you know, I really... Oh, our power leveler just left, so I hope I don't kill my tank here. Let me pay attention. There's others out there, so there might be one that has Wrath of... or Wings of the Goddess. Wings of the Goddess is good. I like Dancer. I like Scholar. I thought they were fun to play, but there's a lot of stuff they added in Wings of the Goddess that I didn't care for. No, Zeph, I'm playing as a white mage right now. So basically, it's in this game you get a main job and you get a sub job. So like if you look at my party, all these people who don't have sub jobs haven't hit the level requirement to have a sub job. But like this guy, Lawful, is a Corsair warrior, and the warrior is going to be half the level of his main job the whole way through. So you have to level up those jobs too. So like this guy, Oglethorpe, he's got black mage, white mage, but his white mage is only 6. Until he hits 14, it won't be 7. But he has to have leveled white mage up in order to have it at that cap. I'm a white mage, and what I'm trying to do is get white mage leveled up so that I can use it as a sub job for other classes. No problem. But yeah, this north side, this does have Sky. It does have Sea because it has Chains of Promethea. It does have Dynamis. I think there's a way to level up some of your AF, so you can get like AF +1 in this, but you can't get, you can't go too far with that. Like what they extended out with the later game. That headbutt move is terrible. It's killing my group. All right. Got it. Hey, Tails from the Crypt. How you doing? Did you figure out your problem last night with the pixelation? That was you, right? I am amazed by how many people remember lovingly this game and come back to it. I mean, that's exciting. Like, I mean, I was making a joke about it being me and these 5 people, but the fact that there's like 900 people on the server is a big deal. Like, there are so many people to play with, and I haven't logged into this game once and not had people online to talk to. Maybe not to play with, but to talk to. There's always somebody online. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not good, but at least you figured out what the problem is. Sorry, I've had a cough for the last couple of days, so I'm trying to mute the microphone and not cough in your ears. I don't think it's coronavirus, but I don't want anybody to have to listen to me cough into their ears, so. We might move camps. Pager is one of the first people who followed my stream. And that's why she's got the little VIP icon next to her name, because she's important. She's important. You're all important, but Pager really made me feel good as a streamer. She came in and chats with me almost every time I'm on. It's I'm not a long-term streamer. I've been streaming for about almost 90 days now, and it's nice when people come in and talk to the same people every day. That's a really cool thing to see, and to get to know people through the stream. It's a lot of fun. And streamer Pager also determined one of my emotes. So if I do get to affiliate, one of my emotes is going to be made because of her. She doesn't even know it. Actually, I think she does. I think I told you already. But I stream not just Final Fantasy XI. I stream all of my Steam games. So I'm actually trying to go through and beat all of my Steam games on stream. And I have like 400 games. You can actually look. There's a list below in my... I don't know. I have links below the video. Yeah, it's the Horker. Justice for Horkers. I've got a list of 3 that I want to do, and that's one of them. I don't know how many I open if I get affiliate, but I was playing Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and Pager made a joke about Justice for Horkers as I was killing these sea lion things in Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And I thought it was hilarious. I still think it's funny, but I don't know. Maybe what was going on with me that night? I laughed for like 20 minutes at that. I thought it was hilarious. So that's going to be one of my emotes. We're going to have a sea lion emote. I would take it. I would absolutely take it. I was telling somebody here earlier, my wife is a designer, and I asked her for some help putting some stuff together, and she told me her hourly rate, so I don't think she's going to help. Yeah, she's a pain in the ass. It's funny. I actually told her that I was going to be playing this, and when you play Final Fantasy XI, and you get an experience party like this, you're usually with them for a long time. So I got invited to this group, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to go play Final Fantasy XI for like the next 8 hours, just so you know, and I'm going to stream." She was completely fine with it. Didn't have a problem at all. In other news, I'm looking for a divorce lawyer. That conversation didn't go as well as I thought it would. But no, I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke. But she was fine with it. She's been really supportive. She actually is the one who told me to stream. She said, you play video games every day anyway. Why not stream? I said, okay, I'll do it. Actually, what I really said is nobody wants to hear me talk to them for the time I'm streaming. Nobody's interested in what I have to say. But I'm doing it anyway. I'd rather talk to you guys than my wife. She scares me a little bit. She hits me. I shouldn't joke about that. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate. People are actually in abusive relationships and they need help. If you are in an abusive relationship, please seek help. That was not meant to be a funny joke. I am terrible. I'm not okay with abuse in the household. She's about a foot shorter than me, too, so it would actually be comical if you knew what she looked like, but we're not going to talk about abuse. That's not okay. That is not okay. So we've been going at this for about an hour and a half, and I am about to level. I'm getting about a level every 2 hours. I think that's kind of good. I don't know how fast you're supposed to go. Like, how fast should you level in this game? I don't remember what a good rate is of experience. Oh, thanks, Pager. You're pretty great, too. I still think you should stream. As a girl, you're automatically going to get viewers. And stalkers. They kind of go hand in hand, though, don't they? Yeah, Tales from the Crypt gets it. It's true, though. I have never... If you go to any girl stream, they at least have like 5 or 6 viewers. I don't care if it's their first day they get 5 or 6 viewers. They just wear a tank top and then they have people watching them. And by the way, since we're talking about female streamers, which I'm great with, there's a lot of great ones. I love watching the Dragon Feeny who plays Mario Maker. If you guys haven't watched Dragon Feeny, go watch her. She is amazing. There's one that I host, Jules Fam. I think she's great too. There's way too many ads on Spotify. I'm not paying for it. They're not getting my money. There's a lot of great female streamers, but do you really? Well, I think I'm one of your followers. I think I'm one of yours. In fairness. I'm pretty sure I followed you just in case you actually started streaming. But Dragon Feeny's great. She's awesome. And I love how she plays Mario Maker. She's really good at it. Jules Fam, who I host sometimes, she streams Destiny 2. I think she's funny too. She has a smaller stream, but she's been doing it for a while. But I mean, I don't get... Let's talk about body painting for a second. You can't tell me that you are streaming body painting because you're not trying to just get a bunch of guys to watch you. Prove me wrong on that one. Do you have any videos to view? How are they viewing you? Maybe it's just they click on your profile and it... I don't know. I guess that's weird too, isn't it? Body painting is art, and I'm not saying anything that it's not art. But is it? I mean, let's be real here. Like, people who are body painting on stream, are they doing it because it's art? Maybe some of them are. Maybe some of them are. I shouldn't judge. I'm not a judgmental person. If I was to get on and do body paint, would you be watching it? I don't think you would. I don't think you'd be watching me body paint. Pager, I click on your profile at least once a day. So, like, at least 40 of those 50 are from me. Just so you know. Just so you know. Now, I don't think anybody would watch me body paint. And that's what I'm saying is, like, it's, you know, say what you will about it being art, but it's definitely the females who are doing it because they want to get views. And I'm cool with that. They want to make money, fine. That's fine. Good for them. No, I keep trying to get her to play. She's not interested for some reason, even though it's free. It's free to play on a private server with your friends. Pager doesn't want to play. Pager, you could stream Final Fantasy and you'd have at least 2 viewers. Maybe 5. If you body painted while playing Final Fantasy, you'd have at least 100. I guarantee it. You guys think I'm joking too. I mean, look, I know you're watching me and I appreciate it. Yeah, me and Sen, we'd be watching you. You think we wouldn't watch? Yeah, body paint yourself as a chocobo. You'd have 100 viewers easy. That's a bit creepy though, isn't it? I will say though, there's some cosplay that people do. Cosplay? I don't know how you say it. There's people who do that and they do Final Fantasy stuff and they are amazing. Some of the stuff they put together and they wear is awesome. I think it's great. Killier is about to die. I'm not going to be able to heal him through this lizard. There's a cooldown on my spell. Like, I can't just spam cure. I've already let him die twice today. It's just really hard. Yeah, I think cosplay is cool. Like, I went to this anime convention once outside of DC. Or was it in DC? And it was great. Like, people were dressed up, and I mean, it was so much fun. Like, people really got into their costumes too. Not me. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but they looked amazing. Yeah, put it on Discord in the Show Your Life or whatever. I think that's great. But the anime convention was super fun. It was I don't even remember what it was called. It's been forever since I went. I don't go to a lot of stuff. I stay inside and don't talk to people. So, like, the fact that I went anywhere and it happened to be an anime convention, that's me. All right, let's see if the ads are done on Spotify. They are. All right, let's pick a song. This one's a good one. Pretty close to 15, guys. You know, I started playing Final Fantasy 12 last week on stream. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I like them all. I can't pick, actually, if I'm being honest. Did somebody go AFK? No, Killier, our tank. Okay. Oh, our Protect ran off. That's why we're getting hit so hard. 12 was great, Tails. I started playing it on stream last week, and I stopped to play this. But I think that would have a lot of good cosplay. Like, there's so much you could do with that. Of any of them. Also, they totally stole from 12 for 14 with, like, the judges. Oh, see, my first was 4, but 6 is my favorite. I have that in common with you. Pager, when you go to do cosplay, like, do you go to a bunch of conventions every year to do that? Or do you just, like, because it's got to take a lot of time to make all of the costumes, right? I think Zephiel and his wife do it too. I don't know if I should out him on here, but I think they do. He's shown me a couple pictures. They look cool. You know what was great about 6 is all of the character development was off the charts. 4 was my first one, and 4 was great. But 6 had, what, like 12 different characters? 13, 14 characters that you could play as? And every single one of them had their own story, their own unique story. It was amazing. And you could like change out your party and stuff. That was so cool. That was such, like, at the time, that was a big deal. I know I'm saying that now and people are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, I do that in every game. But it, like, back then, that was a big deal. 1995? 1995 was a huge year for RPGs. Or 96, or whenever the hell it came out. Guys, we're waiting on our tank to come back. I'm not just sitting here telling you that about FF6 for no reason. Oh, see, I've replayed that game multiple times, and every time I pick different characters that I want to play with. One I went to in DC, Pager, was, I'm going to get it wrong. I want to say Nasomi, but that's not it. But it was an anime con. It was like a 3-day anime con. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up what it was called. Because they have it every year still. It's still going on. I guess they have a lot. I didn't realize how many they had every year. Katsucon. Katsucon's what I went to. Katsucon was great, though. And they played, like, you know what was great about it is I wasn't big into anime at the time. And they played so much new stuff that I got hooked. Like, you know, you can really find new things to go see and do there. And that's what I really liked it for. I think going for, like, a game like Final Fantasy or you know, a gaming convention would be cool, just to see all the fans dressed up, but I don't know that I'd get much out of it. Like, with the anime convention, I found all these new shows to watch, and I had, like, months of enjoyment out of that. But if I go to a game convention, it's going to be like, oh yeah, here are the games I already know about. Here, let me see. I'll pull it up. Not on screen. I don't want to embarrass you. I've got to start Discord, though. All right. There we go. I got Discord off that screen. Yeah, but if I post your picture on my stream, you're gonna get more followers, and you're gonna get more stalkers. Like, you're gonna get like 80 more views, at least. That's weird. I don't want to do that. You know. Now, if you wanted to body paint, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm not, you know, seriously, I told my wife to stream. I'm like, all you have to do is like put on a tank top and stream. You'll be internet famous in a week. It takes no time at all. This song, I don't know if you guys can hear it very well because I don't have the sound super turned up. This woman's voice is amazing. She did a lot of the Final Fantasy XIV music. This is actually an 11 song, but the voice is the woman who does all the singing for 14. Pager, that's a really good costume. How did you buy the sword or did you make the sword too? I'm not going to show it on stream, but everybody is welcome to join my Discord. ! Discord to get the Discord link and join. Feel free to do that, and then you can start stalking Pager all on your own. Please don't do that. Please don't stalk Pager. She's really nice. She doesn't deserve that. All right, one more lizard down. This group's doing pretty well. We haven't had a death in a while. I'll probably level in the next fight or two, which is cool. Is that the Emperor Pilaf from the Japanese or the English version? The American version? I bet he's the American, but that's still pretty cool that you got to meet him too. He kind of looks like I'd assume. Right?
Awkward silence. Make some noise.
Tails, you don't have to join Discord. I just think it's a nice way for people to connect, you know?
Make a hit, or a podcast about you making a hit. It works on any device, anywhere. Sound making is in our blood. Tap the banner to sign up for free.
I'm gonna die. Nope.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free.
English, yeah.
O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside.
That's how I watched Dragon Ball Z the first time, was in English, because it used to come on Cartoon Network, you know, so I'd watch it on there.
Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
Oh, sorry, these are ads. I don't want to play ads. That's not what we're about here. I zoned out. I wasn't even paying attention to the music. That's how they get you with the ads. You start doing other stuff and not paying attention. Wow, 2 levels. Two people leveled this match. That lizard. We had Lawful hit 18, Oglethorpe hit 14. And I'm gonna level on the next lizard, so that's good. So we'll all have hit a level. Almost 2 hours to level. It's worth it. It's worth it. I'm gonna be doing this all day and all night. I'm gonna have to stop for dinner at some point. But then I'm gonna do this again all night. And I'm gonna get even more levels. I'm gonna get all the levels. My wife Pager is going out of town this weekend. She's going to the beach with her mom's beach house. And when she goes down to the beach house, I'm gonna be streaming every night. So we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy XI every single night for the next couple of days. I'm really looking forward to it. The thing about Discord that's obnoxious, and a lot of people who don't know this when they set it up, but if you set up a Discord server, there's a link that's provided that you can give to people, but that link is a short. It has a short timeline where you can use it. It only lasts for about something like 30 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. But you can actually create a static link And that static link is the same no matter what, so people can join your server. My link that shows up is a static link, so it's going to be the same all the time, so you can share it with your friends, all that. But it is kind of complicated to use from a server standpoint and getting set up. But I love it. I mean, it's just the way they have it set up where it's not just a voice chat like Ventrilo used to be, but it's also oh, I leveled. Sweet. 15. But it's also something where you can share content. I think is cool. So like as a community and as a group, it's nice to be able to share pictures and, you know, memes and jokes and stuff like that. But it's definitely not for everybody, and I totally get that. So it's not incredibly user friendly. No, it's not. All right, I think I'm done with Final Fantasy music. Let's see what else I have. Well, I say that, but I'm probably not. Square Enix has this great playlist they put on Spotify for the pandemic. Thing is, all the songs are in Japanese, so I don't actually know what any of these are. Let's see what this one is. All right, what's this song and where's it from, guys? Because it's in Japanese and I can't read it. Oof, Oglethorpe almost bit it there. I really wasn't joking either. I plan on playing this all day and night. Whether that's on or off stream is still up for debate, but this game is, you know, when you get a good group, you want to keep it. Thank you all for watching, by the way. I see there's quite a few viewers, and I super appreciate that. If you aren't following, feel free to hit the follow button. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XI for the next couple of days. I usually don't even stream on Saturday, but I knew I was going to be playing this, so I figured I'd stream. I play a bunch of games. Sometimes I make a funny joke. Sometimes I'm completely inappropriate and have to apologize. But either way, I have fun hanging out with you guys, so thank you for watching. Ooh, he pulled a little early. I don't know if that's a good thing. Well, I mean, yeah, but they're all watching Final Fantasy XI. It's not because of me. So let's be honest. Okay. Show of hands. Who's here for the body painting? I think it's just me. So it's definitely Final Fantasy XI. honestly, I think it goes back to what I was saying about this community. Like the people who have played this game have such a nostalgia kick for it. I go watch Final Fantasy 11 streamers too. Like I think it's a great game, and that's prior to me replaying it. But you know, what's funny though is, thank you, Paige. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're funny. You could definitely do it. You know, like when I go on Twitch to watch people play games, I watch, for the most part, games I'm interested in. It's not so much, I mean, yeah, there's definitely people that I like watching, but it's the game. Like I start watching people because of what they're playing. I watch, I mentioned the Dragon Feeny. I watch her because of Mario Maker. I watch Barber's King for Mario Maker. I think they're great. And then they play other games, and I watch because I like them. But I start because of a game I like. The Happy Hob, who streams Dark Souls, love Happy Hob. I'd watch him play anything, but he streams Dark Souls, and I like Dark Souls. You know, but that's the thing with Final Fantasy XI is there's a bunch of people who loved playing this game, or are still playing this game, or may want to come back to play this game, which you should all do. It's amazing. It's not like cocaine. It is a drug, but you'll enjoy it. But you know, that's why people are watching, and I'm glad. I'm glad they're watching for Final Fantasy XI. This is one of those games I could play consistently and not get bored with very easily. And actually, Pager, the only other game I've had this much streaming, this much fun streaming, was Mario Maker. I loved playing Mario Maker on stream. I thought that was a blast. And that was the night I had the most viewers to date, was with Mario Maker. So, you know, it's just, everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their thing they like. I don't own body paints, by the way. That will never happen for this stream. That will never happen. You guys will never get a body paint stream out of me. I mean, there's some standard that I would hope that people have watching me. That they understand I'm not an attractive looking woman, so I'm not going to be using body paint. Sorry. These guys are getting very confident in my healing abilities, and that is not good for them. I'm going to tell them I'm a bad healer, so they watch that. Oof. No, I'm using a controller. I've got an Xbox One controller that I set up. I used to stream on, or not stream, I used to play with keyboard and mouse up until last year when I went back to play. Did you get, so how did you set it up with a configuration? Did you use the, shit, my group is gonna die. No, okay, we killed the loot. I haven't had any delays, so I don't know if maybe it's your controller driver needs to be updated. But I just use this, it's a knockoff Xbox One controller, a Power A, that I got at Target for like $10. and it plugs right in. It's a USB, so it's not Wi-Fi. All right, guys, my group is taking a small break for the bathroom, so I'm going to take this time to go to the bathroom myself. I will be right back. Give me just 2 minutes. AFK. Sorry in advance if there's ads from Spotify.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
The coronavirus is just another moment where we must come together to protect our home. The fuller we embrace social distancing, the fewer Pennsylvanians will be lost. Stay home to protect Pennsylvania.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
New appliances mean cool drinks, fresh towels, and midnight snacks. Get them even easier with the home.
I knew the second I went away there would be an ad. I knew that. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, man. What can you do? What can you do? It looks like we lost somebody in our group, too. Oh, there we go. Back. Tails, the PS4 hooks up through, unless it's a wired controller, it hooks up through Bluetooth, right? So that would absolutely explain your latency that you're having. Again, it might just be a driver issue, but I've noticed I have like a headset for work for Bluetooth, and there's definitely a lag on it. So that's probably the issue. All right, now I've got my FPS to 60. Tales from the Crypt, I actually do, and I didn't do this last night. but I do a horror game Friday, where on Friday nights I play a horror game. I did Alien Isolation the last few weeks, and you can check that out on my YouTube, but that's something I'm going to be bringing back, and I'm going to be playing Dying Light next. So feel free to hang out and do the horror game Fridays. You're happy to watch, but I am not happy to stream them. Horror games scare me. I'm not good with horror games. See, Pager, everybody wants you to stream. You're going to have to give in and just do it. I can make some recommendations on how to set it all up. Doesn't take too long. All right, let's get some music going again here. Oh, I know this one. This one's from 13. I didn't like 13 either, but you know what I did? Is I played all three of them. I played FF13 2, I played Lightning Returns, and I cleared through all of them. And I'm going to tell you, having beat all three of them, it doesn't get any better. It gets worse with every game. Every single subsequent 13 game gets worse than the one before it. And somehow you're supposed to accept it too. The story is terrible. The gameplay is awful. The graphics and the music are okay. I like that. I'm okay with that, but Um, 12 was great. 13 sucked. But I'm going to tell you, you need to give 15 a chance. Give 15 a chance. It's actually really good. When you play through the game and you play through the DLC, 15 is amazing. The DLC in that game makes the story. I wish they had included it in the main game. And I will stream 15 eventually too. I'm going to stream all my Steam games, but I just haven't gotten to it. All right, I fixed my FPS. It's up to 57, 58. 4K resolution. Again, that doesn't show for you guys because I'm streaming at 720, but still pretty good. Pretty good for a 20-year-old game. There's more add-ons you can put in too. There's one to like see the TP, which is the technical points for people doing weapon skills and stuff. I don't have that stuff loaded. We're waiting for a 6th member here to figure out where we're going next because one of our people disconnected, so we've got to find a replacement. This is part of the waiting of the game. You know, it's a great game. It's a group-based game, but sometimes you just have to wait. All right, we got a replacement, but they're a little far away. That's okay though, we can make it work. Tails, what do you play mostly? I mean, you've mentioned horror games and RPGs, but what's your game of choice? Like, if you had to pick one game you could play over and over again. And I'll split that up. I'll say MMO and non-MMO, because I don't know if you play Witcher 3. I'm going to be honest. I played through a couple of hours of The Witcher 3. Couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. And a friend of mine said, oh, well, did you try 2? Because maybe if you knew the story. And I played 2. Couldn't get into it. I hated it. It was not... I don't know what it was about the game. I just could not get into it. The Netflix show? Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. The story was great. The TV production of it was great. And I actually want to read the books now. I think the books would really get me into it. But the game I could not get into. I don't know what it is. I think the show is based more on the books, though. The games aren't. They're kind of loosey-goosey. Oh, did you... On the Steam sale, Pager? I have a couple of things in my cart, and I haven't purchased it yet. I'm going to tell you guys, though, what's in my cart. Hold on. While we're waiting on this person to get here. Let's see my wish list here. No, where's my cart? So in my cart right now, I have Pine. Pine is like a Breath of the Wild PC knockoff that somebody made. And I have Stardew Valley, which I have not played through yet. That's what I have in my Steam cart. Like, those are like... those are so ridiculous. Like, most people are like, yeah, I'm going to get Doom. It's on sale. Like, I'm like, Stardew Valley? I'd like to make a farm. Pine looks great, though. Like, I'm a big fan of Breath of the Wild. I stream that a little bit on here. And I'm really looking forward to playing through Pine. I think that'll be a good one. But I haven't bought it yet. The other thing I was thinking about getting is just some DLC stuff for games I already have. Oh, Fable Anniversary is on sale, Pager. You should play that one. That one was a good one. But like, I have Titan Quest and the Ragnarok and Atlantis expansions are on sale right now. So that would be good to get. I like Titan Quest. That Steam sale is killer, though. Like, man, they just saw I was getting paid, and they're like, hey, we want your money now. I think our 6th person's about to die. Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, you doing okay? Oh, okay, he made it to the dunes with low health. All right. Hey, Tree. You haven't bought anything yet. What are you thinking about, if anything? Oh, right. You can't see the game. My bad. See, Pager, that's why you're a VIP. Because you tell me those things. Everybody else is like, why is this guy just talking to himself about a video game? The first night I tried to stream 11, I couldn't get it to pull up, so I had to switch the Streamlabs to show my desktop, and so when it shows my desktop, anything I pop up is there, and that includes my Steam library, which I don't really care if people see that, but I don't want them to see my profile and start bothering me, so I would just rather keep the desktop view to just the game. Borrow Trauma. I don't know what that one is. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. We're still waiting on my my group mate to get here before we can go ahead. So, Borrow Trauma. (2D co-op submarine simulator. In space with survival horror elements. Steer your submarine, give orders, fight monsters, fix leaks, operate. That actually looks awesome. I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I might buy that. I don't really care for early access games because I've been burned on that too much. But that one looks pretty good. The other, there's a couple of games I do want that EA has, but I haven't bought yet because you have to play them through Origin. So I want to get Jedi Fallen Order, and I'd like to get that new Star Wars Squadron game. That looks awesome. Did you ever play it, Tree? I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy XI. Oh, ads. No. Ah, jeez. Boo. There we go. All right. I played back in the day, and this is a private server, so you can download it and play today if you want. But it's you have to start from scratch, which is what I'm doing. So I'm playing as a white mage right now. I don't even have a sub job or anything. And you can see I don't have any jobs leveled. I have no money. I'm wearing starting gear. But it's the same game it was up to, I don't know, like 2005. They put in a couple of add-ons so I can play close to 60 FPS. And I'm playing at 4K resolution, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's the same game it was back in 2005. It's not like the retail version. It has the expansions up to Ot Ergon. I think it's some of Ot Ergon. I don't think it's all of it. But it's pretty great. Pretty great. So feel free to check out Nasomi and download it and play it. You're welcome to join our link shell. We have a bunch of new people. I don't know. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I am getting hungry for dinner. I think I'm going to tell these guys I've got like an hour left. That way I can eat something tonight. I hope they're cool with me eating dinner tonight. I'd hate to lose a party because I have to eat. That's the kind of game this is. Yeah, Tree, feel free, man. Like, if you're interested or not, it's up to you. But it's a private server, so it is free to download. If Square Enix offered Final Fantasy XI with like a 75 cap, like classic WoW, I would pay them in a heartbeat for this. I played retail last year a bit, and I still have a subscription to 14, so I'm giving them some money. But it's, it's definitely not for everybody. I mean, this is a big time sink and commitment to people playing this game. The one nice thing about it, though, and this is, I mean, my computer's fine. It plays, like, I can play most stuff that's up to date at high settings and stuff like that. But Final Fantasy XI is such an old game that you don't really need, like, a super up-to-date machine to play it. I think that's actually one of the benefits, because you can get a lot more people playing the game. Versus, like, I don't know. Elder Scrolls Online's not super intensive either, but, like, if you wanted to play World of Warcraft, that requires a pretty good machine. If you want to play in, like, I don't know. It's just Final Fantasy XIV requires a pretty decent machine to play. Like, the graphics are outdated or updated. This doesn't. This doesn't require any of that. I mean, it ran on PS2 back in the day, so as long as your system is like 20 years old, you should be able to pull this one up. Yeah, I think, that's the thing about it. That, like, the nostalgia is big for me, and the community that plays this is great. It's such a good community. So I think it's, for me, I mean, I'll be playing this all week. I have a lot of fun with this. But, just watching's fine too if you don't want to join. Tails, I also play ESO. Glad to party up and do some daily dungeons and stuff on that. I'm not very good at it. Pager played with me once, and then she got tired of that. She's like, nah. ESO is a fun game, but it's definitely not like a traditional Elder Scrolls game, So and I think that's the problem I had with it originally, is when I started to play it, I thought it was going to be more like Oblivion or like Skyrim, and it's really not. But I think the formula works well, because Fallout 76 is more like Fallout, and it's not doing really well. Oh, Warhammer Online was great too. I wish that one was still around. That was a fun game. I played as a goblin shaman. Another game I played? Which I loved, and not many people played it because it was such a steaming pile of garbage when they released it, but Vanguard Saga of Heroes. The servers were complete shit. Like, they did a terrible job developing the game on the servers. But Vanguard Saga of Heroes was amazing. It was one of the most fun games I've ever played. To this date, it's still one of the best. The thing is, the server, the way the locations and the maps were set up, is that it was all one world, but they had like little mini zones within each area. So you'd lag constantly from the server side just walking through an area. It was very frustrating. But the game was brilliant. There's something like 20 classes you could play as. Sorry, my phone is ringing. I don't have friends. That was just a telemarketer. But the thing is, it was such a good game. They had like 20 classes you could play as, and they had this whole like political system where you could like you could get politically active with the that guy took our experience. You could go through this whole political game though, where you could get active with like the different people in the towns and stuff. It was really cool. I tank in all MMOs except for this one. So I tank in WoW, in 14, in ESO. That's my go-to. I don't know why I don't like tanking in this game either. Like, it's basically the same. We're having to reset our group because we had the level sync, which is part of the new mechanics. But we can all sync to the same level. So right now we're... No, we don't have everybody. But we've got a group between like 14 and 17. And we all want to sync to the same level, which is going to be probably 14. Maybe 15, but the lower you are and the harder the mobs are, the more experience you get. So that's kind of the goal here. Tell us a story, Pager. I'd prefer it not be a sad story, though. You can tell any story you want, though. Oh, I forgot about music, though. Let's put some music to it. That's the music you get for your story. All right, good breakfast meals. I'm all about that. All right, you're making an omelet? Was it tasty, though? A bad-looking omelet doesn't matter as long as it tastes good. Yeah, put it in Discord, Pager. You probably didn't take pictures of your food this morning, though, did you? A tasty swamp monster omelet. That's what everybody wants. That's a good story. Not what I expected from a Pager story, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take the omelet story. All right, we have level synced to 14. Quarantine life. I have a story to tell you. I went out of the house today. I went to get some groceries, and I noticed that the hair salons and the hair cutteries and all that have opened up. So I actually set an appointment for a haircut for tomorrow, which I'm psyched about. I haven't had a haircut in about 3.5 months. I cut my own hair. I didn't do a good job. Here, I'll show you this. It's kind of like long and shaggy on top, but I trimmed the sides and all by myself, which is one of the reasons I've been wearing a baseball cap for the last 3 months. Ooh, he's gonna die. Oh man, that was close. So tomorrow I get a haircut. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm thinking I'm actually gonna keep my hair a bit longer, let it grow out, but I just want it to be like trimmed up nicely. You know? I have a thing about my hair though. I have cowlicks all up and down my head, so my hair sticks up everywhere. It doesn't matter whether it's short or long; it just sticks up. But if it gets really long, it starts to finally sit down. But because of the cowlicks, I get like a little curl up front. So I get one little curl of hair. It just kind of curls with the cowlick. This music is from Nier Automata. It's pretty good. I like that game. That was an early pull. I don't have any health. Or MP, rather. I think Auto Winky is like AFK. No. You need to change the configuration settings on your controller. So if you go into the Final Fantasy configuration and click on Gamepad, there's an option on the right where you can choose like controller button setting like 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a whole bunch of them, but it's the last one on the right should be like E. And if you hit E, it's going to play like it did on the PlayStation 2. That's great, man. Yeah, you'll need to get to like 11, and getting to the dunes and getting a party is pretty easy. I soloed to 12, and then I got a party last night at 12 and got to 13 and 14. Oh, look at that guy with all his scrolls. All right, the ads are done, guys. I'll turn the music back on. Stupid Spotify. Oof. What is he aiming for? Is he hitting Jaeger? I think the hardest part of this game is level 1 through 15. I mean, when you get a sub job, it makes the game way better. Like, it's way easier to play. It's faster for you. You know, you get extra stats and all that from having a sub job. But getting to 15 that first time is such a challenge. This near automated music is good, but it's so weird. It's like very quiet. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a bit melodramatic. Is that right? Solemn. Yes, that is what I'm looking for. Unlike my response to you figuring out the word solemn. But yes, it is. That is exactly right. It's good music. It's just, I don't know, it feels like it's a very sad tune, isn't it? That's that whole game though. That whole game has like they've got some really active music, but it still feels very solemn. That was a great word for it. I'm only getting about 120 experience per lizard, which seems really low. I don't know why it's so low. Maybe we do need to move to a different camp and kill something else. The fuck's this guy? We got another guy who's like, yeah, here, let me power level you for a second. That's pretty cool. This is what I'm talking about. People are so nice in this game. Well, I don't know if he's actually doing anything, but yeah, he did. I'm gonna have to send him a thank you. That's really nice. All right, our warrior just hit 18. Yeah, I don't know if it's a power level or not. I mean, he just showed up, but if he stays, I just won't eat tonight. I'll just wither away and lose more weight. The tank is Kyllier, Kyllier. A warrior, I think an RLS. Yeah, Auto Winky is the red mage. Not an RLS, just some random person. Jaeger's in the LS. Levant's a random person too, I think. Yeah, we do have a power level now. That's great. Girls don't poop. That's a great name. That could be your Final Fantasy XI name. How would you like for that to be your Final Fantasy XI name? Oh my god, that's hilarious though. That's hilarious. Oh man. You wouldn't even need to body paint for stream viewers with that name. People would come in and that's funny. That's a great name, though. I wonder what made somebody think of that to begin with. Like, just think about, like, the thought process that goes into that. You know what? I need to make my Tauren Druid. Girls don't poop. Why? Why was that the name that they chose that made sense? Girls don't poop, though. Yeah, but, I mean, they do. I mean, it's normal. No. No. Girls don't poop. It's ridiculous. I love that. My team is taking a lot of AoE damage, and I don't have an AoE heal, so... we have this power leveler now, so I'm just spamming Banish, which is an attack move. I don't do a lot of damage with it because I'm not skilled up. That's the kind of experience, though, that makes MMOs fun. You know? It's the kind of experience, and that's the kind of discussion and joke that makes the fact that you get to play with other people a good time. Let's see, Altair was just saying he can't get a group. He's level 12. I can play with him later. Banish spam. Here we go. Oh, a cool time to buy a car. Those ads. I refuse to pay for Spotify, guys. I will not do it. I could turn on the radio and get ads if I wanted to. So I'm trying to level up my my spell skill here for Divine, which is only level 5. And it actually goes up, I think, to 45, so I'm way under leveled. But I only have the one Divine skill. So it's kind of hard to level up. Pager, what are you eating for dinner tonight? Is it another omelet? I know, Tails. I know. I haven't been using it, though. I've been attacking. You know, it's funny is like when I soloed last night, I was fighting easy stuff. So even my club is only 25. I am starving right now. All I'm thinking about is food. Oh, that sounds good. I mentioned my wife's going out of town tomorrow. So when we were at the grocery store earlier, I bought myself some salmon and some steaks to make. And I was thinking I'd make like jambalaya. So I was trying to find just some like box rice, you know, like with all the seasoning and stuff. So it's pre-made and I just have to throw in chicken and sausage. Completely sold out. What grocery store runs out of jambalaya stir fry rice? Like, it's, I mean, come on. Anyway, all the Uncle Ben's was taken off the shelves. That was completely gone. $122 experience points. All right, we're pulling a little faster now that we've got a power leveler, so that's good. Come on. What's a pastroni? Is that like a pasta maker? I don't even know what that is. Oh. Yeah, well, that's basically what I was trying to get. So, that makes sense. I am out of mana, so yeah, I just have to rest here. Yeah, now I'm really hungry. I haven't had anything to eat. Maybe I'll have a pizza tonight. I love pizza. And since I am going to be eating like salmon all week, I might as well enjoy it tonight. What kind of toppings do you guys eat? This is a big debate in my household because I'm a purist. I believe that pizza should have, at max, 3 toppings. Because if it has more than that, it gets too soggy, right? So like cheese, obviously. Pepperoni, sure. Maybe some hamburger or a veggie in place of that. Yeah, absolutely. But that's it. That's the max. But my whole family believes that everything should be on a pizza. I mean, like 16 toppings of pizza is fine. And that's just like a soggy, clumpy mess. You can't even hold the pizza at that point. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm personally offended by anybody who eats soggy pizza. Oh, so you go You go a completely different direction than me. Parmesan garlic sauce, not tomato. A friend of mine, his family always used to order a pesto pizza when I'd go over to their house. I am not a fan of pesto. Not a fan of it. Yeah, let's both have pizza tonight. I'll eat good pizza and you can have your garlic sauce, cheese, spinach, and mushroom pizza. You know. I'm just kidding. You eat what you want. You eat what you want. Everybody's got their own taste. We chained twice. Oh man, we're making real progress now. Wait, why did I stop the music? You guys don't want to just listen to me again? Here, what the hell is this song? Let's go with this one. Oh, please. Pager, you dish it out. I mean, not as well as me, but... Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. Our tank almost died. I'm just spamming my ability button. Alright, our tank is about to die. Okay, alright. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, well, pulling the goblin was a bad idea. No, I got killed. What even killed me? A bomb toss, I guess? Oh man, I don't even know what killed me. Oof. All right, well, guys, I may call it early since we just all died. Let's see. I think we're going to call it a quits for tonight. Let's look and see who we can raid, because I am psyched that we have people watching, which is cool. But I want to give somebody a raid here. Shoot. Any suggestions? There's not... Oh, here we go. Let's go with this guy. All right. So guys, thank you for watching me. I've had a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XI for the next couple of days. I'm also going to eat a pizza for dinner, Pager. Thank you for that. I'm Briac, Idea Games, and please hit the follow if you haven't. For those of you hanging out and talking, I appreciate that too. But I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good night, and thank you very much for hanging out. Let's go. We're gonna raid this guy playing Mario Maker, which is not at all what we've been doing, but I think it'll be fun. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
How are you doing, bro? Doing well, doing well. Just playing some verses. Yeah, we're staggering. Thank you for the follow, Figure. I really appreciate it. Well, okay, I guess I went up a little bit. Like I was 4,200 at the start. So overall, winning a little bit. How was your stream?